very good evening to you, and thank you very much for tuning in to this live broadcast brought to you by the Ministry of Information. Tonight, the Ministry of Information has pitched its tents at the North Tongu constituency in the Volta region, where the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, is expected to commission a new court complex that has been built here to serve this particular constituency called the North Tongu constituency. My name is Battor Sasari, and it is a privilege coming your way with the live coverage of this particular visit by the President here in the North Tongu constituency. This project that President Akufo-Addo is going to be commissioning is obviously in the North Tongu district of the Volta region. North Tongu is one of 18 districts in the Volta region, and they are one of the districts that are privileged to have a new court building constructed for them. Hitherto, all cases or all judicial prosecutions that emanate from this constituency, the North Tongu constituency, had to be taken to Sugakope for purposes of prosecution. With the coming into being of this particular court, police prosecutors can now concentrate on this particular court to prosecute all cases that may come up here in this particular constituency. The construction of the district court at Battor was initiated by the North Tongu District Assembly this year, in the year 2020. Now, the purpose of the district facility was purposely to enhance the adjudication of justice in this particular constituency. So the project, as has been constructed, perhaps I've seen it on your shot, a beautiful edifice here in Battor in the North Tongu constituency, comprises of a courtroom. It also has the office for the magistrate, and it also has the accounts office. It also has the administrator's office, the registrar's office, and also the office for the bailiffs. We are also told, and from our rounds, that there is an office for alternative dispute resolutions, alternative dispute resolutions, ADR. And so a facility has been made available in this building to help people to go through ADR, alternative dispute resolution mechanism, instead of just the litigation. And so that's the facility that has been constructed here. We are told that this facility started in January. The construction of the facility started in January 2022 and was completed June 2022. That means that the project had a lifespan of some 6 months, and within a period of 6 months the contractors were able to complete the project. We are told that the contract sum for this project is 480,770 Ghana cedis. 480,770 Ghana cedis. And that's how much has been used in constructing this facility that you are seeing in your shot. Shortly, President of the Republic, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, will be here to commission this project. Before he does the commissioning, there is a deba of the chiefs and people of the North Tongu constituency, which is already constituted. President Akufo-Addo is expected to share pleasantries with the chiefs that have gathered and subsequently do the commissioning. I can tell you that a representative of the Chief Justice, Justice Jones Toche, is already here in the company of the Judicial Secretary, Madame Pamela, and they are coming to join with the President to commission this facility here at North Tongu constituency. Graciously, I've been joined by one of the officials here at the North Tongu constituency, and he goes by the name Emmanuel Laye. Emmanuel Laye is the District Coordinating Director for the North Tongu constituency. The North Tongu District Assembly. Thanks for the correction. So, Emmanuel, thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So, tell us, this facility that has been built, that is right behind us, what really facility? What is it? What facility is it? What is the target of the facility?
It's a district court, and one of the core functions of the district assembly is to ensure that justice is served to all the inhabitants of the district. So this facility is going to do a lot of work in terms of serving justice to our people in the North Tongu district. Yeah.
So, just like you said, this is a district court. But prior to initiating this project, how was North Tongu constituency or district dealing with its cases that arise?
Actually, it was a headache, because most of the time cases had to be moved to either Central Tongu or South Tongu. And even the police were even complaining all the time, because look at carrying suspects all the way from here to North Tongu and then Central Tongu. And then in case with the civil cases are also a headache, because civil cases run for long, 10 years, 5 people are still running to that side. So this court is going to do a lot of work for us. It's a great privilege to have this court here. It's going to do a lot of work. In fact, a lot of work for some of us. So some of us are very, very grateful that this court has come here.
So in your district, what would you say are the kind of cases that are popular here? I know that when you come to Accra, sometimes the case is land litigations, property litigations, and also marital issues and all that. What are some of the issues that you think are so eminent in this particular area where you preside?
Oh, they are also similar to those in Accra. Land issues, civil cases, criminal cases. So it's not different from what I. But over here, what I realize that most of the time is land and then chieftaincy issues. But unfortunately, I don't think this court can handle chieftaincy issues. But what I read, I stand to be corrected though. But land cases are the major issues. Land and chieftaincy cases are major issues. After the criminal cases, they are there. But I also highlight the landing. So you can say that civil cases are more over here.
So what we do know that this is supposed to be a district court. Yes. There's going to be a magistrate here. Do you have any idea whether or not the court is going to have any other jurisdiction? Because the district court is the lowest of the courts. If your community is growing, your district is growing, you may need a circuit court and a high court. Do you have any idea of the plan?
Thank God that, we have another town under the North Tongu district called Japan. In Japan, they are going to have a circuit court there, which is within our district area. So if the court is higher than this court, then you can move it to the circuit court in Japan.
So I get the impression that apart from this building that has been constructed here in the North Tongu district, you are saying that another part of your district, which is Japan, also has a court facility, something similar.
Yeah, it's even bigger than this. And I think that the president is supposed to commission that one to us, but I don't know when. But now it's bigger. It's also new. So it's also quite new. So in fact, we are blessed actually to have two courts at the same time.
Okay, great. That's good to hear. And okay, so let's talk about other things beyond this court. In this district, what are some of the other pressing issues that needs attention from government?
Most of the time, the youth, jobs. That's what they tell you. Jobs are the major headache for all of us. Because people are graduating from schools, people are graduating from other areas, and then they actually need jobs. So job creation is a massive headache for some of us here.
What is the predominant occupation here in this district where you are?
Like I said, this district is largely agrarian. What I mean that it's agri-based. You have got the rice field, you have got the river, fishing and but it's mostly agrarian, and then some sort of commerce, trading goes on because it's near to Accra. So the main issues are the agriculture and then trade actually.
What are some of the major crops that are produced by the inhabitants of this community?
Have you ever heard of Abeme rice? Hey, this is where it comes from. And then don't forget, we have the largest ethanol producing factory in the country, based at a place called near Japan. I don't know the place, like near Bolo. So we produce a lot of cassava, which is going to feed the factory. So basically, that's what I'm saying, that our district is more or less an agrarian district. So apart from agriculture, most of the time is trade.
Okay. Yeah. So if someone was watching and listening to us and asked that in this district, what is the population size, at least per the 2021 population census?
Yeah, we are running around 110,000 people. 110,000.
That's a huge constituency or district then?
Yeah, yes, it's quite huge. And you see, for the Water River divides the district into two. That's where we have got what we call overbank, that's the Guapone Cliff. And then I've got the Battor and then the Mepean Cliff. So it's a huge district, 1 at 10,000.
Okay. So it is the Volta River that brings the division, as you are saying. Okay, all right. So let's talk about you talked about Aveime rice and all that. I honestly didn't know that this is where it comes from. I didn't know. So that's good education for me. But when I was coming here, I could see that one of the major problems that you probably have is your road network. Very disturbing. What are the plans as far as your roads are concerned?
Well, I think the government has awarded contracts to, on a lot of them. Talk of the one from Sigi to the Mepe Township. Those are awarded. And then you see, one major, this is which I forgot to tell you, that we produce quality river sand. What's the river sand coming to Accra comes from here? From Battor, Aveime, and then Mepe. And so because of that, you know, the trucks are also quite heavy. So they also put a lot of pressure on the road as well. So our roads are usually not very good, but thank God, what my DC told me, the major road have been awarded already. So I only wait for a contractor to move to site. So if I can, when you get to Sigi, you can see that some of the roads have been filled off. So I can't tell exactly what the delay in the project, but I know it has been awarded.
Indeed. All right. So I've been speaking to Mr. Emmanuel Lai, and he is the district coordinating director for the North Tongu District Assembly. Yeah. And so it's been good talking with you. We will come back to you again in the course of activities here. Thank you very much for speaking with us. All right, so if you're watching, this is a production by the Ministry of Information. This production is essentially bringing you a coverage of President Akufo-Addo's tour of the various regions in our country, all 16 regions. This comprehensive coverage commenced in the Upper West region a few weeks ago. It came down to the Savannah region, and the tour has gone to the Central region, and this week the tour is in the Volta region. Subsequent weeks ahead of us, the tour is going to go to the remaining 10 or so regions that President Akufo-Addo is yet to tour in our country. I'll be bringing you a live coverage. However, today we are in the North Tongu district and also the North Tongu constituency in the Volta region, where we are bringing you a live coverage of President Akufo-Addo's tour of this region, and for that matter this district. He is about commissioning the building that you can see behind me. That building is a new magistrate court that has been built here in Battor in the North Tongu district, and he will be commissioning it. When we spoke to Mr. Hello. Right, so the building that has been constructed here in the North Tongu constituency or district which is supposed to serve as the official building for the Magistrate Court that will be sitting here in this particular constituency, comprises of a courtroom, a very huge courtroom. It also has the offices for the magistrate who will be presiding here in this court. There is also an office for the account officers. Account officers simply because when people come to seek justice, they have to do their filing, they have to pay filing fees and what have you. And so this account office is going to serve as the holding area to receive payments for the administration of the court. There is also the administrative office, and obviously every court needs an administrative facility, and so there's an administrative space here in this building that is going to be commissioned. Again, there is the offices for the registrar, and every court in our country operates by a registrar, and so there is always a registrar for the district court, registrar for the circuit court, registrar for the high court, court of appeal, and also Supreme Court. And so this magistrate court, which has been constructed here in North Tongu, is no different. It's going to be it's going to have the office for the registrar for purposes of administering the court. It's also going to have an office for the bailiffs, and bailiffs because it's the bailiffs who serve notices and serve court processes on persons who have been sued or persons who are suing and all that. And so there's going to be an office for bailiffs to be able to put their house in order before they step out to do their services. All right. So the Alternative Dispute Resolution Center is also part of the facilities here in this building that has been constructed. The Alternative Dispute Resolution is a mechanism that the courts employ in order for litigants to stop litigating and negotiate as far as their issues are concerned. And so obviously there are some issues that may not necessarily require litigation. They would require that the parties involved sit down with an arbitrator and arbitrate those issues, mediate those issues, and come to a resolution. And so in the wisdom of the people who constructed the courts and also those who administer justice in our country, they thought it wise to have an ADR center in all our courts in order to facilitate this particular activities. And so if you are just tuning in, this is a live broadcast by the Ministry of Information, and the Ministry of Information is following President of the Republic Nana Addo Akufo-Addo everywhere he goes to ensure that they bring to you everything that the president is doing and all projects that the president is inspecting. Thankfully, I've been joined by the North Tongu District Chief Executive, and that's, I believe your name is Osborne Divine Fenu. Yes. Thank you very much for joining us, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right, I know your people have been waiting for a very long time, but we believe the president is almost with us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's almost here. Our people are anxious to welcome the president to North Tongu. They are eager because most importantly is that the president has visited this area for the first time in, during his tenure as president of the Republic of Ghana. He has visited North Tongu though, but you know, North Tongu is separated by the river. Half of the people are Overbank, Dwapon, and East environs. And then the district capital is Battor, with other towns, Mepe, Avema, all along this area. And so the people are very happy that the president for the first time is visiting Battor, Mepe, Avema areas. And so that is why you see them eagerly here, entertaining themselves and waiting to receive the president.
Indeed. So we are told that this court that President Akufo-Addo is coming to commission was conceived sometime in 2020. What necessitated your planning to build this facility here in this particular part of your district?
Yes, so what happens is that North Tongu doesn't have any court, and therefore anytime there are cases, issues, you may either go to Sogakope or Adidome. If you must go to Adidome, you must cross the river. Sogakope means that you must take this stretch. And those at Dwapon and other places, they may have to go to Peki or Pando to get adjudication for cases. And so the residents of North Tongu are not happy with that situation because of the poverty level, traveling up and down, crossing the river, the risk involved. And so the Assembly thought it was to put up a district court to serve the people around this enclave.
Indeed. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the facility. What are some of the things? We've been told some of them, but you are the man on the ground. Tell us, what are the facilities that you've provided for in this facility that you've built?
In fact, I cannot name any modern facility. I think this is the modern structure that has been given to us from the judicial service. And so you can see that every facility that is supposed to be there have been provided. And so I am not familiar with most of those terms, so I believe the inspection has been done and everything is set. And that is all I can say on that.
All right, so before I let you go, here in your district, beyond this facility that you've built, what are some of the other projects that are currently ongoing in the district?
Yeah, so you see that there are other projects that are ongoing. Currently, we have another court that's been completed at Juapon, and that we believe is going to be made a circuit court, and that is yet to also be commissioned. As you can see currently, we have the ambulance bay built from the premise facility, and then we also have the BAC. Currently, there are other projects ongoing. When you get to Battor Methodist, there's a construction of some 3 classroom block with ancillary facilities. It's also ongoing. There are other projects scattered all over the district. When you get to the secondary school, there are 12 unit classroom blocks being built at Avema Battor Senior High School. Another 6 unit classroom block being built there. The same facility is being built at Battor Senior High School. And other schools across. There are health facilities that are also being put up. And so all those things are in process. And I believe that very soon all will be completed for use of our people.
So finally, your people, I'm seeing your people. I'm told that this district has over 100,000 people living here. Yes. What are some of the major challenges that they have from where you sit as the DCE, yes, the attempts that you are making to resolve them?
Yes, the major challenge has to do with our roads. The Battor Mepe Township roads has been the major headache. Unfortunately for us, the road has been awarded. The contractor came to site, started work, but he complains of lack of funds. So the work has stalled for some time now. We are still pursuing him to come back to site to complete this project for us.
Thank you very much, DCE, for speaking with us. But so what should we expect once the president arrives here?
We expect a rousing welcome because we are eagerly awaiting his arrival. So we welcome him to North Tongu.
And what are you going to be doing? Is he going to have to sit down to address, or is he going to go straight to do the commissioning?
He will pay a courtesy call on the paramount chief and of the Battor traditional area, Tobiga Patamia Jaka the 7th, who also happens to be the vice president of the Volta Regional House of Chiefs. He will pay a courtesy call on him at the same premises. Once that happens, the program starts, and the president will give his speech. The Tobiga will welcome him. And then the minister will introduce the president officially. He will give his speech, and then we'll move straight to commission the court.
Thank you very much, Fenu, for speaking with us. That is the District Chief Executive Officer of the North Tongu District Assembly, and he's been speaking with us and telling us some of the things that we should expect. And so if you're just tuning in any way or form, this is a broadcast by the Ministry of Information. Ministry of Information, under the leadership of the Minister for Information, Kojo Ponkroma, is bringing you a live coverage of President Akufo-Addo's visits across the country. And this week, the President has been doing a tour of the Volta region. And the last stop in his tour today, which ends, is North Tongu constituency, or the North Tongu District Assembly, where he's going to be commissioning a facility that is going to serve as the Magistrate Court in this particular district and constituency. Sesia ena ode we fidie eto eye channel isua me paucho o hwe Ministry of Information dwumadie kese a omo ye a omo di omampanyin na Danko Akufo-Addo echi na this week Ministry of Information dwumadie no eba Volta region President Eshe Volta regional tour ase endra na owie ene na ene no waye adwuma bebre o hya ase no oni asojafo a ewo 66 artillery barracks ewo ho ena ekwo twin enkomo okọ honom no asojafo mpanyifo no emma no de ebefre no opotoka sem say briefing na chese omo kire no security situation a ewo eye ho eye Volta region omo wieye no military na ewo ho ha say no dwumedie kese pa edo mani so eye Operation Motherland no and they say said the old no Volta region and now Volta region baby I was to see a border a Tongu eastern side of Ghana anti Operation Motherland no or Mujumedi or Domini so and they say Kwayon Befaso I ensure say Ghana borders eastern corridor no safe anti Omuma President Akufo-Addo briefing sa border no owie no ordinary extra eye aflao no obehwe agenda 111 project kese bia ekoso ewo honom ewo North Cratchy side honom owie ye no ena odi neni eche aflao ha ekọ commission school dan kese bia omasi ewo aflao constituency honom owie ye no ordinary akire kwan so a oba Northton a eye bebi a bigina sisi a menemo kase Northton constituency and our Northton district assembly no oman behiju bedi that dey so any say almost court dying fair ewa ha say court dying no magistrate court almost say Northton constituency ha no court dying ni ha enti say omunya accept na was say court ne ka agi so omuko soga kope answer na omatimi akoko omasem na sesi a oman behin na Danko Akufo-Addo adaroma almost see court dying for fraud ha no ni nyina kire say o court case a obeti media abaha say ama ubenya justice every court no enti dwumedia edeye ni so ewo Northton constituency ya ye wo sisi and they say o mapahin na Danko Akufo-Addo baha say abe commission sa building fefe ya uhu omechi na ye to aso no menya owura afoforo wo ha ono so abe kamensa. Memada introducing the Honafe, good evening to you and thank you very much for speaking with us. May I know your name and what you do in this district?
Yeah, my name is Confidence. I'm a teacher here in Avemi.
So Confidence is a teacher here in this particular district and he's going to be speaking with us from the perspective of an indigent. So you are a teacher and how long have you been living in this particular district?
I'm in this district for almost 11 years now.
You've been teaching here for 11 years? Which school do you teach?
I first started at the DA Primary to Avemi Methodist Primary and now at Adidokwe DA Primary. They are all in the district.
Okay. And so what do you teach?
I'm a classroom teacher, right? I teach at the basic school. I teach all subjects in that. Wherever.
Okay, so as a class teacher, you teach all subjects. All right. So this facility that President Akufo-Addo is about to commission, what do you have to say about the project? Is it something that you think will be beneficial to this community?
Yeah, of course. You know, the whole of Volta region, we mostly say is a deprived area, and for that matter, Tongu land is a deprived area. And Battor here, as you can say, is a deprived area, though there is a few kilometers from here to the major road, which is the highway, Accra Road anyway. But looking at this infrastructure, and for that matter, a court being built here for them is a plus. For me, it is not in as much as whether a particular party has built it or not or whatever it is, but for the development of the segment or the district as we go. This kind of court, I think, is one among the few we can get in this country, and I can really appreciate it. Today, if it is 12 o'clock midnight that are supposed to be here to see the commissioning of this court, I must do so because it is dear to my heart. I love it and it is good. No developmental agency, no woman, of course, a social woman being can deny the fact that this wasn't built. This was an effort under the current government, under the Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, His Excellency's initiative, and it is good. You can see this is just an electoral commission at the other side. First time the EC office is being located at Aveime, a place, of course, when you see it, it's an eyesore. But through their hard working, they were able to build this good infrastructure, and a court being attached to it, I think it's a good move. Sometimes when a case, they will have to do a case here, they have to go to Sogakope or Sogakope is the nearest this thing, or Adidome, which you cross the river, and crossing the river with its risks and etc. You yourself, you know how it takes. So having this here, of course, that places majority, like all the chiefs, all the traditional areas, the Battor traditional area, the Mepe, the Fojoku, Togome, Dofo, Volo, and etc. Of course, it was an initiative from the former DCE, Honorable Collins, and the current DCE. We don't mind whether this person has built it or not, but what we are interested in is to have the facility which will serve all of us, and we appreciate it. It's a good move, and we must congratulate it.
Indeed, confidence says that this project is a good one for this particular district, and he's excited about it. But from where you are as a teacher, in the educational sector, are there any persistent challenges that you think needs to be addressed?
Of course, there are a lot of educational challenges. Teacher deficit is one of the challenges in the district. Of course, the district needs more teachers. When you go to some school, you could see the teacher to student ratio. In some schools, they lack a lot of schools. Even my current school, Adidokwe Methodist, the teachers there are just few, looking at the teacher ratio to the students. So it's also a problem in the district. And you know, education, as we talk, infrastructure is another problem. There are some schools, of course, indeed, they also need a lot of infrastructure to help them accumulate it. They are doing well anyway, but more to be done. Where yes, there is more to be done in the educational front. It is not left out totally, but of course we need another backup.
Indeed. All right. So in the educational front, you think that there are some things that needs to be done. But before I wrap up with you, just wrapping up with you, going forward, what are some of the other pressing social amenity issues that you think the DC and for that matter central government should be considering to do in this district for you guys?
Oh, okay. One of the major problems I've seen, I don't know which way you have passed before coming to this district. We have two major road linking here. One is from Sege area and then one is from Dove area. Dove area has been constructed under the previous administration led by Honorable Samuel Okudzeto and then Honorable Jogidisu as the road minister. But I can tell you 99% of the road has already gone spoiled. A road that has been constructed for less than 6 to 7 years now has already been in a deplorable way. In another way, when you pass through the Sege route to this place, you could also encounter the same problem. So in the community, the major problem now encountering them is the route. Because you know what road can do in terms of social amenities. You coming here, that's what I say. I don't know which other way you pass.
I came from the Dove side of things, and I can testify that the road is not good. Yes,
you can. This road has been constructed, and if they tell you the amount that has been used in constructing that route, you could see how we are causing the financial loss with the state. Yes.
What year was it constructed?
This road was constructed under the tenure of Honorable Jogidisu. That was
2012, 10 years.
Yes. Yeah, I think, no, 2017.
2017 was not...
2015, yeah, 2015, yes, it was around 2015. Yes, 2014, 2015, close to 2016 election that this road was constructed, excuse me anyway, yes. This road was constructed going to 2016 election, that is 2014, 2015. But you yourself, you say you have passed through this road, you could see how it is. When you are going, I know you pass through the Aveime and then Sege road. It's even worse than the Dove one. So road construction is one major problem. And another problem encountering the district is water. Yes. You know, the Central Tongu, which is the mother constituency of North Tongu, formerly North Tongu before the depletion to become Central and North Tongu, the community, the water project there is feeding, of course, a lot of other districts like Adakulu, Agotimasyope, and other areas. So we plead that, of course, North Tongu is just a closest district, closer to them. So if they can quickly extend this water project to the people of North Tongu, I think it will be one of the best initiatives. So water and road, in as much as they can do. Other, of course, these are the two major things I think they can do something about it.
Indeed, Confidence, thank you very much for speaking with us. Confidence is a people's teacher here in the North Tongu district, and he's been sharing with us his views. He thinks the court facility is a very important development. Again, he thinks that one of the two issues that needs to be addressed urgently in this particular district has to do with the road network and also the issue about water. I've been joined by another person, and I'm going to quickly ask you, sir, please tell me your name and what you do in the district.
My name is Tongu, Managing and Technical Director of Pinnacle Consult. I'm the contractor of the project.
All right, so thank you very much, Sayram. The name is Sayram, right? Yes. All right, so thank you, Sayram, for speaking with us. We are told that you finished this project in 6 months.
Exactly.
That was a very fast one.
Very fast, because I'm a native. In fact, I was working at Biakoe district, and fortunately the DC then invited me to come and do the work. So in fact, he actually helped me to get money from the assembly. So quickly, I was able to put the project to a very short time of completion. That was 6 months exactly.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. It means that all the resources that you needed to execute the project, you got it very quickly.
Quickly. The assembly supported me so much, and I was impressed.
Okay. So tell us about the facility. We've been told that there is a courtroom, there is a registrar's office and all that. You are the contractor. Tell us the facilities that you put up there in the building.
Okay, the main courtroom is about a 200 seat capacity, a courtroom. Then there is an office for the judge with a washroom. There is a registry. There is also an office for the registrar. There is an office for alternative dispute resolution. There is another office for the secretary to the alternative dispute resolution. Exactly. And then there is a giant area in front of the courtroom. And then another washroom for ladies at the back. That is it.
Okay. All right. So it looks, even though it may look a little small, it's quite a very huge building that you have built there.
It's a very huge building indeed. Very huge building. And in fact, if you see this building, you would think it's just a small building. The foundation is full of iron rod. It's properly reinforced.
Is it because over here you have the lands that are available here have issues?
It's a clayey soil. It's a very clayey soil. So if you are not a very competent person, you will not be able to put up a good building of this sort. That is why the DC actually invited me. Unfortunately, I was able to execute the building to his satisfaction. Seriously.
Indeed. All right. So tell us, one of the things about buildings such as this has to do with the maintenance culture.
Exactly.
After it's been built, people forget about maintaining it, and so you come back a year or two after, and the building is deteriorated. Tell us, is there a maintenance plan that you came up with the district assembly as far as the project is concerned?
Exactly. That has been done with the engineering department of the assembly. So in 3 months' time, they will be doing maintenance work, cleaning, going to the top, doing the necessary cleaning on the facility. So that one, there's no problem with that at all.
Indeed. All right. So the contractor of the project is telling us that the maintenance structure or maintenance plan it's been very well done. We can see, and signals are clearly indicating that the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is just arriving here in the premises. So this meeting is taking place on the forecourt of the North Tongu District Assembly Office. That is where this facility, this ceremony is taking place. So President Akufo-Addo, when he arrives, is going to be engaging with the authorities and the elders who have gathered here, and then subsequently he will proceed to commission the project that we are all looking at over here. And so we're coming to you live from the North Tongu district, where President of the Republic Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is just arriving here to come and commission this beautiful magistrate court that has been built here in the North Tongu district, and then also engage with the chiefs and elders here. President Akufo-Addo, his car has just pulled through, and so I can see that the President of the Republic is here has arrived in the North Tongu district to commence this activity. It's taken a very long time for the President to arrive, and so I want to believe that whatever is going to happen here is going to happen speedily, so that the President can be on his way back to Accra, bringing an end to his tour of the Volta region. You may be seeing in your shots that the President of the Republic has arrived and is currently exchanging pleasantries with the chiefs and elders who have hearing gathered. I can tell you that I arrived here at 2 p.m. and when I got here, the chiefs and the elders were already seated. And so they've been here much longer than I have, and that is a lot of patience, a lot of commitment to this process that is taking place here today. So the President of the Republic is exchanging pleasantries with the chiefs and elders who have hearing gathered at the forecourt of the North Tongu District Assembly Office Complex. And after exchanging pleasantries with them, we are told that the chief of the area will welcome the President officially, and subsequently the President will be introduced by the Minister for the Volta region, the Volta Regional Minister, Lecha. And then after that, President Akufo-Addo will walk this distance where I'm standing to go and commission the building that we can see behind me, which is the Magistrate Court that has been built by Seiram here, who is the contractor, Seiram Tongu, who is the contractor who put this building together. And so if you are watching, this is a production of the Ministry of Information. We are following President Akufo-Addo everywhere he goes across the length and breadth of the Republic of Ghana. Today he is in North Tongu district in the Volta region. That's where the President has just arrived, and we are here on the ground to bring you details. President Akufo-Addo has currently gone on to the dais and has taken his seat, and so proceedings are going to commence here. When President Akufo-Addo begins his conversation, we will bring his presentation to you live on this channel. Currently, the national anthem of the Republic is being played, and after that, proceedings will commence. It is a custom for the national anthem to be played everywhere the President arrives, and so it's only right that that is done here at North Tongu as he arrives here to pay a courtesy call on the chiefs and elders, and also to commission the new magistrate court which has been built here in the North Tongu district for the people of this district. We are told that this district has in excess of about 110,000 people living in it, and so for all intents and purposes it is a very big district, and so everything that goes on in this district is extremely important. 110,000 people living in a particular place makes it a place of interest, and so the North Tongu district is one that is extremely important. And let me come to you, contractor, again, and to engage you as we wait to hear from the president and also to hear from other officials. Tell us, are there any other projects that you are working on in this particular district?
Currently, no. I did some project in Biakoyi district before coming here. And when I came here, I did this project and a ship compound at Overbank. That is Alabonu ship compound. Apart from that, I've not done any project again. Yeah.
Indeed. All right. So President Akufo-Addo is here in the North Tongu District Assembly, where he is going to be commissioning a court complex that has been built here to serve the people of North Tongu. It's a district court, and hitherto the people of North Tongu, if they wanted to access justice, had to go all the way to Sugakope and other places. But today, with the coming on board of the Magistrate Court, which has been built, which is just right behind me from where I am standing, the people of North Tongu have the opportunity to have their cases adjudicated right in their community without having to travel any long distances to seek justice. And that is one of the solutions that is being brought to the people of North Tongu by the construction of this facility that you are seeing right behind me. President Akufo-Addo is already seated. The processes have commenced. The introductions are going on. We are told that the chief of the area will officially welcome the president. After that, the minister for the region, the regional minister, Volta region, Mr. Lecha, will also speak and introduce the president. The president will bring his message to the people, and then after that, he will take this 100 or so meter walk to the building behind me and commission it. I can tell you that a representative of the Chief Justice, a Justice of the Supreme Court, Justice Jones Doche, is here in present, representing the Chief Justice for this ceremony, the commissioning of the court here in the North Tongu district. This is a production by the Ministry of Information. We've been following President Akufo-Addo across the length and breadth of the country, bringing you all his activities as far as his tour of the various regions of our country is concerned. This week, beginning from yesterday, President Akufo-Addo started a tour of the Volta region. Yesterday, he started the day by going to meet with lawyers in our country. All the lawyers of our country are having their bar conference in Ho, in the Ho Technical University. President Akufo-Addo was there and did address them for well over 25 minutes, talking about national issues concerning the theme that they have chosen, which has to do with Ghana's democratic experiment under the Fourth Republic, the gains, the challenges, and the prospects. And he did say a lot of things about the political process in our country. Beyond that, President Akufo-Addo visited an Agenda 111 project which is going on in South Dai, where he was impressed with the level of work that has been done there. About 22% of the work that has been done there, and then also proceeded to go to other places to visit these facilities that are all under construction. I've been joined by one of the journalists in the Volta region who has been on the tour also with the president. There have been several other journalists who have been on this tour, and he is one of them. What's your name and which of the media houses do you report for?
Desmond Salatiago from City TV, City FM.
Okay, so Desmond, thank you very much for speaking with us. You are a journalist here in the Volta region. You've been following the president all through this two-day tour. What are the immediate thoughts that comes to you after going through this tour?
Well, so basically it's about development. We've seen the Eastern Corridor Road projects ongoing. We've seen some Agenda 111 projects also ongoing, major improvements in projects in the region, and well, with interaction with some people here in the region, I can see that they are very happy, and they still want more to be done for them.
Okay, so I can relate to what you're saying, and these courts which is being constructed, I know that courts are a challenge all over our country, and you being a journalist, I'm sure you've by all means gone to one or two courts here and there. What do you have to say with regard to the new drive of building courts across our country, and also here in this constituency as you see this project? What runs through your thoughts?
So let's talk basically about this area, the North Town district here. When issues of court or court issues occur that way, people have to travel all the way to Sogakope, to Ho, to deal with this court proceedings. But with this project ongoing here, or being in some few minutes to be open for the use of the public, I think it's going to help with such proceedings to come very, very fast. Yesterday at the bar conference, the representative of the Chief Justice, Justice Doshe, was speaking of how fast court proceedings are outside. But in Ghana here, due to this kind of problems, we don't see proceedings to be faster. And so with the commissioning of this courts here, magistrate courts here, I think this is going to help improve upon the court systems in the country.
Indeed. So currently, you may be seeing in your shots that the chief of the area is welcoming President Akufo-Addo to North Tongu, and those are some of the images that you are seeing. When President Akufo-Addo is ready to speak, we will go straight to the podium and pick the president's address to the people of North Tongu district. Let me come back to Desmond and to ask again that overall in the Volta region, what are some of the major issues here in North Tongu? I was just speaking to Confidence. He's a teacher, and he tells me that they have a water issue and they also have a serious road network issue. When we're coming here, we saw that the roads were not too good. From where you sit as a journalist, what are some of the things that you see are the most important things that needs attention? Okay,
so let me start with the road. You just said, rightly said here, that the road from Sogakope to Battor here is not in the best shape. When you also take the road from Sege to Battor here, it's also not in the same good shape. From Battor, Aveime to Japon, also it's not in the best condition. So people here would like their roads to be constructed for them. Let's also come to education. Most schools here is a rural area, so education is not as compared to those in the urban centers. So yes, I've been moving around, I've been speaking to people. They want proper quality education. We know the president is on an agenda to make education accessible to all, but we also want it to be a little okay. As in, when I say okay, they should be in the good standard, so that when I send a kid brother, a kid sister to school, they will be happy to be studying in the school. So they should have a fair or nice environment to study. Yes.
All right, so that's Desmond. Desmond is a journalist. He works with CT and CTTV, and he's been telling us his perspectives as far as the president's tour of the Volta region is concerned. Thank you very much, Desmond, for speaking with us. And so, President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is currently at the North Tongu district, where he is visiting to commission a new court building that has been built for the people of North Tongu. We are told that here in North Tongu there are well over 110,000 people who live in this district, and that is the figures coming from the 2021 census that you can that took place in 2021 in our country. And so 110,000 people living in a particular place makes that place a big deal in our country. And so it's not surprising that there is a construction of a magistrate court to serve the judicial needs of the people. And President Akufo-Addo will soon be commissioning the facility here in the North Tongu district before he heads back to Accra, ending his tour of the Volta region, his 2-day tour of the Volta region. President Akufo-Addo began the tour in Ho, where he joined lawyers at the annual 2022 Bar Conference. He spoke to them well over 25 minutes in that particular gathering. He left there and toured several other sites. He visited the ongoing construction of the Eastern Corridor Road. He also went to South Dai, where he inspected the ongoing Agenda 111 project. When he left there, he went to Pando, where he visited the construction of a steel bridge, which is ongoing, and then subsequently came back to Ho, where he had private meetings with MMCs and DCs and what have you. Subsequently, the president commenced today, the second day of his tour, by visiting the 66th Artillery Barracks in Ho, in the Volta region. And after that, he went to other places. He went to Akachi and also went to the Akachi area, where he inspected an Agenda 111 project. He came all the way down to Aflao, and at Aflao he commissioned a community day school there in Aflao. And then when he left Aflao, he's here in the North Tongu district, where he's going to be commissioning the court facility that has been built. We're bringing you a live coverage of President Akufo-Addo's regional tour of the Volta region. I've been joined by another gentleman who is all suited tonight. Please tell me your name and what you do here in the North Tongu district.
My name is Moses Nanawato. Yeah, I'm a teacher over here.
Moses is a teacher in North Tongu. Which of the schools do you teach in?
I'm a teacher at Bishop Bowers School at Mepe.
Bishop Bauer, is that a secondary school or a primary school?
No, it's GSS.
It's a junior high school. Yes. Okay, so you guys are enjoying free education.
Yes, and we are so happy about it because it has brought a lot of development to the area. You know, when I was transferred to this district, initially enrollment was very low, but now a lot of kids are coming to school, and with the school feeding program, I can tell you that we are doing very well, very, very well. And we are happy. I want to thank the president for bringing this initiative on board. We are also happy that today we are going to commission a court, yes, for us to serve the judicial need of our people. We are very happy about it.
Okay, so now that you bring the issue about the court up, how do you think that the court facility is going to improve livelihood here in this community?
Okay, let me say that first of all, it's going to serve the judicial need of the people, and also to cut down costs. You know, initially our people have to travel all the way to Soga Copper to have access to the courts, but now we are going to save that money. You are going to save that money in your pocket, and then you come here and you will be served properly. We are happy about it. So much happy.
All right. So you said your name was Moses.
Yes,
Moses. So Moses, beyond the facility that they built, the school issues that you talk about and all that, But if you are listening to us, you are listening to a live broadcast by the Ministry of Information, where we're bringing you President Akufo-Addo's regional tours across the country. The regional minister, the Volta regional minister, Mr. Lecha, is the one addressing this gathering, and just as he completes it, to the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to address the gathering. This is a gathering of the chiefs and people of the North Tongu district, or again the North Tongu constituency, where tonight visiting them and also coming to commission the court complex that has been built for of this particular district. We are told that the facility that has been built is a very welcomed one, and that's because hitherto district has not had a court, and that anytime there are judicial matters that arise in the community, they have to go, the police in terms of criminal prosecution have to go all the way to the Sogakope to be able to seek justice and all that. And so I believe that the coming on board of this particular facility is going to help with the process of adjudicating of justice in this particular community. The minister responsible for this region is currently speaking to the community and telling them about some of the projects that the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has been doing, and also some of the things that he believes have been done by the government for the community here. And so once the regional minister finishes his presentation, the regional minister will be introducing the president. I can see that the regional minister has introduced the minister responsible for local government, decentralization, and all that, Honorable Dan Boche. So Honorable Dan Boche has been introduced, and he is also speaking to the community now. After Boche has finished addressing the community, President Akufo-Addo will subsequently come on. We will go to the podium and pick the voices from the podium. I believe that we can pick Honorable as he speaks, and then subsequently we can pick President of the Republic. And so Honorable Dan Boche, Minister responsible for local government decentralization in our country.
And I also add to what the regional minister said. Tope is a very important person for us in the region. We have met regional House of Chiefs many times. We had workshops together with the Minister for National Security, and we had very we are government of the people and for the people. This is what it means. You have a president who wants to get in touch when he started the tour this year. And we have gone to all these regions. We've met the people, we've met the chiefs, we've met the security agencies, and there have been exchange of ideas. So Mr. President gets to know the problem of roads, the problems of education, the problem of security. And then all of us who follow will come again and have another discussion with the people, and then we'll go and plan and see how we'll meet your aspirations. So it is important. The government of MPP, the Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government, the government does not discriminate. We don't send projects to areas just because they vote for us or they don't vote for us. No. We are a government of the people. And we are there to satisfy the aspirations of the people. The district chief tells me that work that is going on in the market, a new market that is being built, every district goes through performance assessment. And I know that this year, North Town, they are passed. They got over 90, about 98%. And that means that they are going to get about extra 1 to 1.2 million Ghana cedis for development in North Town. I just had a discussion with him. He will meet the parliament chief, he will meet the assembly, and they will talk about things that are needed here so that they will prioritize and then make sure that they do it for the service of people of North Town. Not only that, we are having a court premise being commissioned here today. And I know that the Ministry of Local Government through the District Assembly's Common Fund is also having another project in Japan, which is also in North Town. So it is important that we all take note of the fact that government is distributing the resources of the country across everywhere and making sure that there's no discrimination, and that people also should respond to it. It's important that we understand what is going on in the country. In spite of all the difficulties, in spite of COVID, in spite of Ukraine war, we are still doing that what we can do to make sure that people get the best resources and make sure that they benefit from the resources of the country. And I am very much encouraged for what we have seen here. We are all encouraged. We just came from a flower where the president went and continued, and he has now completed the E-block. So that has been completed. And that shows that when we succeed governments and they start projects, when we come, we continue and we finish it. An example is in the flower today, and we have all seen it. And so today, thank you very much for this warm welcome. After the president has finished his talk, I will come back with the regional minister, have another session with the district assembly and then the House of Chiefs, and we also will discuss other priorities that we need to help from central government. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development. It's now time to listen to the representative of the Chief Justice of Ghana, His Lordship,
Chief Justice, Justice Jones Doche, himself a justice of the Supreme Court, is addressing the gathering now. Let's listen to the Chief Justice's representative, Justice Jones Doche.
Today is indeed a very good day for North Tongu, because of all the districts in the Volta region, it's only North Tongu that does not got a court of its own. As has been said, the disputes from the district have to be sent to either Sugankofe, Sege, or Adidome. But from next week, the magistrate is here. We can have our own disputes settled within Battor in the North Tongu district. People need not travel afar again for settlement of disputes. And as has been said by the local government minister, another court has been built at Japan, which is also within the same North Tongu district. That court will be circuit court when it is completed, and this court will be a district court, so that everybody can have access to solve their legal issues. And then Japan, which is a commercial center, will be elevated to a circuit court status. I want to advise that even though the court has been brought to your doorsteps, you should still try to solve your dispute amicably. We have what we call alternative dispute resolution. When the disputes are family-related issues, inheritance issues, you don't necessarily have to go to court. Court matters are sometimes expensive. So I would also use this opportunity to appeal to Togbe and his elders to try and mediate dispute that will come before the courts. When you fail to settle the disputes before they go to court, we are not encouraging people to go to court for every solution. But when the dispute, when you are unable to solve the disputes in the family home or in the chief's palace or before the reverend fathers, local pastors, then the courts are there to bring sanity and respect and decorum to all disputants within the district. So I take this opportunity to congratulate the North Tongu district for building the court and also the District Assembly's Common Fund for building the court at Japan. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Lordship. This is the time we've been waiting for. This is the time to listen to the man who speaks, and the voice evokes in us some pleasure. The first gentleman of the land, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic of Ghana.
Reverend Father, Volta Regional Minister, Minister for Local Government and Member of Parliament for Okre, Minister for Roads and Highways and Member of Parliament for Echiwa West, Justice Jones Doche, Justice of the Supreme Court, representing the Chief Justice here, Togwega Patamia Jekle the 7th. I'm happy to see that Togwe is clapping for me for getting his name right. The Paramount Chief of the Battor Traditional Area and Vice President of the Volta Regional House of Chiefs, Mamaga Efia Asieku IV, the Paramount Queen Mother of Battor Traditional Area, the DCE, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. I first of all have to apologize to all of you, Togwega, for arriving late. We should have been here at about 4 or 5 in the afternoon, but we got here much later because of our program. And sometimes you get caught up in things, but it was not a sign of disrespect. And I'm very grateful that you have found it possible to wait all this time for me. I appreciate it very much indeed. Thank you very much. Every year I've made it my custom to leave my office in Jubilee House and visit each of the regions of Ghana for 2 reasons. One, I want to see for myself what the government projects that are being done in each region, how far. Receiving reports in your office and seeing things for yourself are not the same thing. So I prefer to come out and see things for myself. And secondly, it gives me the opportunity, like what we're doing now, to interact and for me to hear the concerns of the people so that government can adjust itself and its program to address those concerns. I begin by saying that I'm grateful for your recognition of the efforts our government is making in several areas, which you've enumerated in your speech about the free SHS policy and others. It's a source of encouragement for us when we hear respected paramount chiefs like you commenting positively about the work of government. The other matters that you have put on the table, the request for administration block, science laboratories, all those are part of the program of the Ministry of Education. And in course of time, all these schools that are being upgraded will get these facilities. In the same way, Torega, you know that everywhere in Ghana, everybody is demanding roads, roads, and more roads. And it's appropriate. It's appropriate. Our roads are not good enough. But we're making a big effort in my time to address the question of roads. But it means, though, that all of us have to be a little patient as we go after the roads systematically one by one. The ones that you have identified, including the bridge, are all matters that are on the table of the Minister for Roads and Highways. And he's asked me to assure you that these are matters that will be addressed, and addressed soon. I've taken notice of the request for a divisional police command in Battor to befit the status of a district capital. This is another area where the government is working very hard to expand the manpower as well as the logistics and facilities for the police so that we can come to grips with issues of law and order in our country. Tabitha, what we've come here to do today, to commission the court. We talk about wanting to live in a country where the rule of law is what governs the affairs of the nation. But it's difficult to make the rule of law paramount if people find it difficult to have access to the courts. That's why, through the Common Fund Administrator, government is committed to building over 100 new courts all over Ghana, 60% of which are complete, like the one that has been set up in Japan. Like the one in Japan. It's one of 100. And the 40% which are remaining, between now and the first quarter of 2023, they will also be commissioned and completed. But it is good that whilst the government at the central government level is doing these things, the local government, through the district assemblies, is also contributing to the development of the institutions of justice in our country. And the one that I'm commissioning today is the work of the district assembly of your area. So the district assembly is to be commended for the very strong work it is doing to assist the central government deliver justice to the people. And I, unfortunately, cannot commit myself to the program on the 17th of December. I don't have my diary here with me, but I want you to know that when I get to Accra and I know it's a free day, I'm going to put Battor in the program so that I can come in. And I hope that the next time I come, your member of parliament, Akufo-Addo, will come and meet me here. I noticed from your speech that he was supposed to be here. I'm hoping that he wasn't worried about meeting me. That's why he's not here, that he's doing something else. But I hope that the next time I come, we'll have the opportunity to meet. I'm very, very grateful for this warm welcome that you have given me and my delegation that have come to see you here. And once again, let me apologize for the delay in our coming. May God bless you and the people of Battor, the people of the Battor traditional area, the people here. Thank you. May God bless you all.
Thank you very much. I think we can clap for the president once again. Let's clap for His Excellency. Tobiga has a presentation to make.
Facility. All right, President of the Republic, Akufo-Addo, has just finished addressing the ring and will proceed to commission the facility. He came here, and that is the Magistrate Court. In his address, the President did the people that the government is committed to constructing all courts across the country, and the one that has been done here is going to be the last. President Akufo-Addo will proceed to go and commission the project. And once he commissions the project, it will effectively bring the entire 2-day tour of the region, the Volta region, to an end. And so, it indicates that his government is committed to ensuring that the judiciary is well resourced by way of facilities to be able to adjudicate justice in our country effectively. And so the President of the Republic, Akufo-Addo, is finished addressing the people of North Tongu, and he will proceed to officially commission the project, which is the district court here in Battor in the North Tongu district in the Volta region. This project, we are told, is going a way of the adjudicating of cases in the country. And so we look forward to seeing President Akufo-Addo here to come and commission the project. You perhaps can see in your shots that the tape is ready to be cut by the president, and once the president arrives here, he will cut the tape and unveil the plug to officially commission this project. This project, we are told, has a lot of facilities inside it. It has a big courtroom which can sit nearly 200 persons, according to the contractor of the project, and this facility was built within a period of 6 months. Within a period of 6 months, the court facility was built. There is a courtroom, there is the magistrate's office, there is also the accountant's office, there is the administrative office, the registrar's office, and it also has a registry, and subsequently also has a bailiff's office. We are also told that there is provision made for alternative dispute resolution, and so ADR is also very well represented in this building that President Akufo-Addo is just about commissioning. So President Akufo-Addo will take the perhaps 50 to 100 meter walk to come and commission the facility. All is set here. The security officials are ready, and the president will be making his way into this facility to commission it officially. Let me tell you a bit more about this court facility. We are told that it is going to be a magistrate court, which means that it's going to have a magistrate sitting here and adjudicating matters that fall within their remit. We are also told that in another side of the community, they also have another court which has been built in Japan. And the court in Japan is going to be a circuit court which will perhaps also have high court jurisdiction. And so these are the facilities by way of court facilities that are being done across the length and breadth of the country. The people of North Tongu have the opportunity to benefit from this ongoing project. These projects, we are told, are financed by the District Assembly's Common Fund. And so the project, which cost about 480,000 Ghana cedis, 777, was purely financed by the District Assembly Fund. And that is how this project was funded. According to the contractor, when we spoke to him, he said that funds were made readily available, and so the construction of this facility you are seeing here was done within a period of 6 months. And that's because financial resources were readily available, and because of its availability, they were able to execute the project within the 6 months time constraint that they had to build the facility. The facility, as we are seeing it, has a courtroom. We are told that the courtroom can sit about 200 persons at a time. So 200 persons can sit at a time in this court facility, this magistrate court, which has been built here. And beyond the 200-seater facility courtroom, we are also told that the project also has offices for the magistrate who will be sitting here in this court. So the magistrate has his chambers where she will be sitting to do her work outside the courtroom. And the facility also has account office. This project, we are told, was built within a space of 6 months. And the 6 months period, of constructing this project emphasizes the fact that once resources are made available to contractors, they are capable of executing their project within the time space that they are given to do same. As I speak with you, the national anthem has just been played at the grounds, which means that the way has been paved for President Akufo-Addo to proceed to these grounds to do the official commissioning of the magistrate court here in Battor in the North Tongu district, where the facility has been built. This facility is going to serve as the main adjudicating house of cases here in this particular constituency, the North Tongu constituency. And it will help stop the process where whenever a judicial issue arises, the victims or accused persons have to proceed all the way to Sugakope before they get their matters dealt with. President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo, is currently taking the walk all the way to this court complex where he is going to be performing the commissioning. And so President Akufo-Addo, in the company of the chiefs of this area and also the representative of the Chief Justice, Justice Jones Doche, and other officials are walking towards this facility to cut the tape to officially commission the North Tongu court facility. The President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo, has just about entering the facility. I can see him just about entering the facility. You can see in your shot that President Akufo-Addo is just walking majestically into the facility to commission it. He's in the company of Justice Jones Doche, the District Chief Executive for the North Tongu constituency, and also the other officials who have hearing guarded assisting the president to do it. So President Akufo-Addo is right there and just about cutting the tape to commission the facility. This is a live coverage of the commissioning ceremony of the North Tongu District Court, which is a new facility that has been built by government for the people of North Tongu to serve them in their justice needs, or in their judicial needs, if I can say. And so, yes, President Akufo-Addo is here, and in no time he will be cutting the tape to symbolize the commissioning of the project. The project has a President Akufo-Addo is currently inside the courtroom, where he's being shown around with showing him the facilities that are here. I can see in the courtroom that it's fully air conditioned. It also has about 4 different standing fans that are ceiling fans, I should say. 4 ceiling fans that are also being fixed. There are benches for, or pews for justice seekers, persons who attend court. There is also a space for lawyers to sit, so that is the bar, and there is also a bench which will serve the magistrate in his adjudication of cases. I can also see that there's a box for witnesses who will be coming to the court, and there is also other facilities here in the court for purposes of justice adjudication in the country and here in North Tongu. Having been to most of the high courts in our country, I'm just comparing what I'm seeing here to what I see in high courts in the law court complex in Accra, and I can say that they appear to be very similar. For now, I don't see the installation of equipment by way of computers, recording facilities and all that, but what I do know is that probably those facilities will be coming. President Akufo-Addo has just finished commissioning and engaging with some of the officials and asking them a few questions that may be bothering him, and that has been done. And so I can see that the officials are turning to exit the court premises. Now, this commissioning process of President Akufo-Addo of the North Tongu Court is effectively over. President Akufo-Addo has commissioned the facility. He has gone ahead to inspect it and to see for himself firsthand the things that are in the facility. So President Akufo-Addo has just exited the courtroom and is heading to his car, and that will mean that the President of the Republic will be heading back to Accra, bringing an end to his 2-day tour of the Volta region, which began yesterday and Monday in Ho, and also subsequently continued today, ending here in the North Tongu